Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Me First Mornings TV. I am your host, energy alchemist, and spiritual coach, Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson. I am so excited to be here. And I jumped out of the shower just for you guys this morning. It has been so long. Since I've been on here. I really have missed being here. I've missed Me First Mornings. I've missed my time with you. I've missed messaging you and putting up my posts. And it's been quite the roller coaster ride for those of you who have been following my story. It's been a lot, but that's okay because I'm back and we're back in action, ready to me first our way through this crazy energy that we are experiencing right now. Now, of course, this week is my birthday week. For those of you who don't know, Wednesday specifically is my day. Thank you so much. Just letting you guys know if you want to send me, gifts or flowers, or I receive and accept whatever you want to send my way. Aside from that, I am really excited because this week is also, and tomorrow, there's a full moon and a full lunar eclipse. Now, what does that mean for us? It means that the energy is intense, like for real intense. So if you've been going through some really tough times, and listen, the energy's been intense for about as long as I can I don't know, the energy here in this house has been kind of crazy, but I want to tell you that the energy has been intense for definitely the last couple of years and really powerful now. And it's powerful because it's time for change. It's time for us to transcend all this garbage that doesn't work for us. It's time for us to release the things that don't serve us on this next part of our journey. Very likely you are encountering things in your life that are triggering you, and what's coming up for you is old wounds, old relationships, old limiting beliefs that maybe you thought you'd healed, maybe you thought you'd done already, gone through it and resolved, maybe old relationships that you cut off and you thought, I'm finished, that's done. And actually what's happening is it's showing up for you again. And I'm telling you, it's showing up for you again so that in this new energy, it is like the final hurrah, right? Like we live our life in cycles. So we return to the things that have not been completely healed. We return to the things that need our acknowledgement, that need our new energy to address it, right? So that you can set the boundaries for this next part of your life, whatever part of that life it might be. Everybody I've spoken to is going through tremendous transitions. Good morning, love of my life, who's watching. Dr. Scott Wolfson, aka Eggs McManus. Go follow him on YouTube if you haven't. Go follow him on Instagram if you haven't. He's amazing. Good morning, Lynna. Hello. Good morning, Leslie. Hello. Good morning. It is so good to be back. Hi, Mom. So nice to see you. All right, so what I want to do is the first thing that I want to do is tell you guys, for those of you who are new to Me First Mornings, maybe you don't know what Me First Mornings is about. So Me First Mornings is me talking to you about energy, right? It's talking to you about, and what is energy? Energy is everywhere. Energy is in everything. And I pride myself in being an energy translator. That's why I gave myself the title of Energy Alchemist, because I can help you take the energy that exists in your life and make small shifts in perspective, make small shifts in certain actions that will move that energy, release that energy, and help you step more fully into the person you want to be, into the life you want to live, right? Now that sounds all very nice and fancy, and yes, I'm going to step into the life I want to live, but how is that useful for you in the day-to-day? Well, what Me First Mornings started off as was just something for us to do together, a way for me to integrate self-care, a way for me to sort of have an outlet to show people the things that I do for myself that really help me, right? That is still what this show is about. out. I am sharing all the tools, all the strategies, everything that I have used personally, everything I share with my clients, everything that I talk to everyone about, basically anytime anyone wants to listen, I will be sharing here on this show. So that's number one reason that you should continue watching and join me daily, is because these are not just, tricks, okay? These are actual strategies that I have used to help me get through the last year, and for those of you who don't know the story of what I've been going over or what the family's been going through the last year, I have lots of posts on my personal page explaining it, but my husband has been, was diagnosed with cancer almost a year ago, a really, really rare appendix cancer. It has been a crazy trip. He's been through chemo. He's had 2 surgeries. He is now healing. Let's all clap for the healing. And the things that I talk about on this show, the Me First morning topics, the Me First method, which I have developed over years and years of coaching and personal development and courses and everything that I've been doing. This is the stuff that has gotten us through. So often I meet people and they say to me, how are you still so, positive? How do you, keep going? How do you deal with everything? Well, first of all, I'm kind of one of those people that's like, well, you got to deal with it because you just have to deal with it, because the other choice, it's really not an option for me. Not to say that, we don't all consider not continuing sometimes when things are really, really tough. No need to worry about me. I'm okay. But I know that there's people out there suffering and struggling and in trauma and not knowing how to move past the terrible things that they are facing currently in their life. And if you are one of those people, I just want to say I love you and I'm here for you. And I promise to advocate for you, to help you, to teach you everything I know about what I do for myself that helps me get through some of the toughest days in my life. And hopefully it's going to help you too. One of the other reasons that I think you should join me daily is because this will become a practice. What we are doing here is we're developing a practice. Now, what is this practice? Well, you'll see, because we'll do it every morning. And it is my version of a spiritual practice. It is the Me First morning practice. And we're going to go through it very soon. But I really thought it was important to introduce it first for, because it's been so long since I've done the show. So if you're new to the show, you know exactly what we're going to do. So what we do is we set intentions. We take a breath and we do this practice of calibrating our energy, a very intentional calibration, because it is your responsibility to walk out into the world in a place where you are in alignment with what you want and with who you are right now, right? I talk about instruments a lot. You'll see I use that analogy, right? But if you were to just grab your instrument, head out to the street if you're a musician, and just start playing it without tuning it, it would sound terrible, right? And let's say someone else is playing an instrument and they haven't tuned it either. So what happens is you start tuning your instrument to their instrument. So it's totally off key, and maybe you guys are making sense together, but it's just loud and it's just noise, and neither one of you are feeling really good about that sound, right? But if you are home and you tune your instrument and you go, this is the sound that I want to make, this is how I want to move through the world, this is how I want to embody the life that I'm currently living, and you have that set and you have your boundaries around you saying like, this is how I'm going to move through. When somebody else comes and their instrument isn't tuned, or someone starts freaking out at you, or they're trying to like involve you in their drama, because your foundation is set, it will be much harder for you to get swayed into that drama, okay? It will be much, much harder. And so I encourage you to join me every morning and do this morning practice with me. Now, what is this morning practice? Let's get right down to business, okay? So this morning practice is going to be, actually, before we get into the morning practice, I want to encourage you guys, if you haven't yet, go into the description of this and download. I have a special gift, okay? It is a Me First quick reference guide guide, which includes excerpts from my new book, which I haven't released yet, but I'm working on. And it is a companion guide and a journal to Me First Mornings. So you can go to bit.ly/calibrate me first, and that's where you're going to find that free guide. You don't have to give me your email. You don't have to give me anything. Just go ahead and download it and start using it to the best of your ability. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. This guide has how to calibrate your energy, the Me First Morning rituals that we do together here, a quick GPS activity, a daily ABCs, and a simple guide to managing stress. So all the things I talk about on the show are in this quick guide. It's 5 pages, it's super easy, and it's free. So if you want to get started on your journey of the Me First Mornings, then you can go ahead and download that free guide. All right, so what is the practice that we're going to be doing together each day? All right, well, what we're going to do each day is we are going to set the tone, set our intentions, right? So we're going to do this together, and this is how I'm going to teach you to set up your own spiritual practice, to set up your own ritual or routine. Now, the reason I do this here is because I know that sometimes it's hard for you to just come up with your own routine. So you may just want to join me and do this routine with me every morning. And guess what? That's going to set you right. That's going to get your energy calibrated in a way that feels better. So if you don't want to do anything after this show, if you don't want to take notes, if you don't want to journal, if you don't want to do anything else on your own, that's okay. If you just join me on Me First Mornings and listen to this show, do the morning practice with me, I promise you're going to feel the difference in your day. Okay. So what is this practice, as I said? So the first thing I like to do is set the tone, set the stage, right? I am an entertainer at heart, so of course you got to set the stage before you get things going. All right, so here we go. So the first thing I'm doing is I already lit this candle. You light a candle, right? I like to light a candle. I feel like it sort of adds a certain sacredness to the experience. It's a way to call in the light, right? Turn on the candle and call in the light, asking the light to join you in this experience. The next thing that I like to do is I like to use essential oils. And what this is that we are establishing sort of a routine that then we can refer back to when we're struggling, right? So essential oils is a good thing for you to use because it's scent, right? So it will trigger you. This is great. So you put a little essential oils. I like to put it on the back of my neck. Sometimes I'll even put it around my nose because I like to smell it so that it's a little bit more potent. Certainly on the wrists. Any pressure points you want to put your essential oils on, that's fine. But the idea is that you are setting yourself up. It works sort of like, Pavlov's dog, right? You light the candle, you do your essential oils, and then we take 3 deep breaths and it resets our body, right? It resets ourselves so that we are kind of at that grounded place, right? That just that neutral place. That's what we want. We want neutrality. We want to get ourselves in a place where we're not super excited. We're not super sad. We're just neutral. All right. So we light the candle, do some essential oils, and let's take 3 really deep, intentional breaths. Okay. Deep breath in and hold. And release. So taking these breaths will slow you down so that you can get into that neutral place. Let's take another deep breath together. And hold. And release. Beautiful. Let's take that last deep breath, okay? And make this count, right? We want to feel the energy flow through our body. We want to call in that beautiful light, healing energy from the heavens. We want to call it down, go in through the crown and let it fill our entire body and release any and all things that don't serve us. Let that light fill you and fill all the corners of your body, all the cells with love, light, and goodness. And I just want you to feel the power, feel the energy of the universe supporting you, holding you, and loving you. Okay, let's take that last breath together. and release. Beautiful. Okay. And so another thing that I like to do after the deep breaths, of course, is to stretch, right? We want to stretch because what we're doing is we are releasing any of that stuck, stagnant energy, any density, that dense energy. We want to release it. So how can you release it? Well, we release it, of course, with breath, with thought, but physically we need to release it because that energy is stuck in our body, right? If you are someone who practices yoga, you can do a whole yoga routine, and it's a wonderful way to sort of get your body moving and unlock and unleash any of that stuck, stagnant energy, any of that density. You want to release it, and I want you to just imagine that it's releasing out into the world. And then you just want to shake it out. Oh, I didn't wear my bracelets today, so I'm not making noise. Okay, so shake, 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 shake. Ah, yes. Literally just like animals who shake things out because they're getting rid of the energy that doesn't serve them, we do the same thing. And you can do this if you get a phone call that's bad news, if you end up sort of seeing something, experience something that you don't know how to react, or you're stuck in fear, or you're just stuck in that mode of stagnation or analysis paralysis. This exercise, this practice that we're going to be doing together is something you can refer back to and go back to. And it will get you back into stasis. It will get you back into your foundation. And that's important. I want to share that with you because that's what this is going to help you with. We're going to practice every day. We're going to do this every day. And when you have a situation where you start freaking out, I want you to remember me first morning practice. Me first, me first, me first. You take care of yourself first, and then you can deal with whatever comes your way. Okay, so now we're going to set the intentions with a prayer. At this time, I just want to encourage, if you have your own spiritual practice, your own religious beliefs, this is a great time for you to call in support from your spiritual support team, whether it's God or Jesus or Allah or whoever you believe in. This is the time where you call them in your ritual and say, hey, I need your help. Come and join me today so that you can help uplift me throughout the day, raise my vibration, help me do good in the world today. And so I'm going to say my own prayer that I developed. So you can insert your own prayer here, or you can just sit in silence and listen to mine. And if it resonates with you, you can have it apply to you too. Okay, so here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of love and light connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Okay, that feels so good to me. I hope that the prayer felt good to you, or that, like I said, you have your own prayer that feels good to you, because that's really important. And one of the things that I do, if I'm in the midst of a real freak out, sometimes I get anxiety attacks, sometimes, things happen and I get nervous, or, before we open up a test result that we don't know what it is, right? I will set myself up and get myself grounded with this practice, or a sort of a version of this practice. Very often I'll do a mantra. I am divinely guided and protected. I am divinely guided and protected. I am divinely guided and protected. And that helps me kind of get grounded. And I'll tell you more about some of those tools and mantras that I use throughout the show, which is another reason why you should keep watching and join me every day, which, by the way, I will be here every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. I used to be at 10, but we're moving it up. It's time to get up early. It's time to get moving. Okay. So this is my favorite part of the show, which is right around this time. I pull a card and I read into the energy. So let's do that right now and see, what is the energy like? Oh my God, I know what the energy's like. I don't know if you know what the energy's like. Oh, hi, Dad. Thank you. Thank you. And Eleanor, oh, you're so sweet. I love you, and I love your face. It's your birthday week too, isn't it? I know your birthday's around mine, but did it pass already? I don't know if I missed it, but I love you, and happy birthday. All right, here we go. So I'm using the Enchanted Map deck because it's one of my favorites by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, she's a Hay House author. I really appreciate her stuff. Oh, all of these are upside down. Okay, so I should probably put them right side up. All right. So let's see what the energy speaks to us, says to us today. Eleanor, oh, the 15th. All right. I knew you were right around me. Good morning, Gary. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You know, I could do this and just talk to myself. I really, if you know me, you know I can just talk. But it's so much better being able to have people watch and participate. So thank you and welcome to Me First Mornings. And yes, I'm back. All right. Okay. What does the energy say today? I don't know. Let's see. I think we're ready to pull because I have like 7 minutes. I have to finish on time. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Oh my God. This is such a... All right. So here we go. So the card that came up today is the number 43 for those of you who are keeping track of the numbers that show up on the cards, which, you know, may resonate with somebody for some reason. Okay. But also look at this details. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys a story about how this card is so appropriate for me because, as you know, I started the show today and I've been out of the game for a while. I haven't done a show since the 100th show in April. And so I was putting things together. I was a little nervous about today. And I, just before going live, I really found myself kind of caught up in some of the details that I had forgotten I used to do pretty regularly. Oh, which includes actually, I usually send out an email to my list, and I didn't do it today. There are a lot of details. There are a lot of little things that are necessary for me to do in order to make this happen. And there's been so many things going on in my life that it's really, you know, sometimes challenging for me to remember all of the little details. But what this tells me is that we are in an energy where we have to pay attention to the details. And the reason you need to pay attention to the details is because in those details, there is energy connected to those details, right? It is the energy of completion. It is the energy of like the little things that matter, right? So you have to really think about what are the little things that matter that I'm neglecting? What are the little things that don't matter that I'm spending too much time on? What are the details that are absolutely essential for me to address in order for me to move forward? And it's those little things, those little insidious things that start to pile up that can, number one, lift you up, right? If you take care of little details one at a time, it is going to fuel your energy. It is going to increase your momentum, right? If you're taking care of the little things and you're like, yes, I am dotting my I's, I am crossing my T, I feel good. Taking care of little details that are important help you build confidence, and it helps you build momentum, and it clears your energy because all of those little details that you are not taking care of are like a weight on you, right? Like, you know, one feather on you, no big deal, but 75 feathers on you and you have a down comforter and it's like warm and cozy, or it can feel really heavy and hot if it's, you know, not the weather for a warm and cozy comforter. Anyway, so the energy is really important to be taking care of the details. And on the flip side of that, it's also important to, you know, delegate or get rid of any of the little details that you don't need to be worried about, that is not your responsibility, or that is just taking too much time. Sometimes we get involved in these little things and you're like, I have to do this and I have to do this. You have to ask yourself, do I really need to do this? Is this important? Is it important for me because I feel connected when I take care of these little things? Or am I just doing all these little things because I've been told that's what I need to do? So take a look at how the little things in your life are either fulfilling you or contributing to your confidence, clarity, and momentum, and what is not taking care of you, what is not contributing to your confidence, clarity, and momentum, and remove and eliminate anything that isn't serving you right now, especially taking advantage of the full moon and this incredible lunar eclipse that's happening tomorrow morning. This is the time to release those things. This is the time to set up your boundaries and say, no, I will not do this anymore. And also, it's time for you to start taking things seriously and don't ignore the details that need to be taken care of in order for you to move forward in your life. So many times details are annoying and they're just connected to responsibilities that you don't want to face and you don't want to deal with. And believe me, I get it. But those tiny little details very often are going to be the key to your success. They're going to be the key to you building that life one tiny step, one tiny detail at a time. You are going to start seeing the changes and the shifts in your life moving towards a life that you deserve, right? And you're going to be able to you're going to be able to face these curveballs that life throws at you and know that in taking care of those little details, one energetic motion at a time, one energetic action at a time, you are going to release and alleviate anything that's not helping you, and you're going to start planting the seeds, building the path, and seeing sort of the bridge appear before you of what you need to do to really, truly live the life that you want in the moment, in the right now. Okay, yes, we all want to build for a future. We all want to plant seeds for the future. And of course, all of that is important. But it's also important to make sure you're tending to the garden in the moment. When the seeds are still in the ground and you can't see them, be diligent in watering them. Be diligent in making sure that they get enough sun. And this goes for your garden, whether it's literal or metaphorical. It goes for your ideas. It goes for your life, right? Don't neglect the things that are important to you. Take care of the details that are going to take care of you. All right, so that's the message for today. And we are at 9:50. Now we are at 10 o'clock, so that's the show for today. I am so happy to be back. I will be here Monday through Friday, every day at 9:30 a.m. Don't forget to go subscribe to my channel at Me First Mornings on YouTube. Go there, subscribe right now, ding that bell, and don't forget to download your free guide. I love you all. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a really blessed day. Bye-bye.